Hi guys, Robo46 here and welcome yourselves to round 5 of Robo's Racing League on MotoGP 15. This week we are racing at Le Mans. Pistol is on pole, followed by one racer, Morland 99, Endjuk 4th, I Dylan 5th, I'm in 6th, CA Specialized 7th, Emil Heskey 8th, Surfing Kid 18 9th, and SDB Biker in 10th. So those were the qualifyings, and let's get on with it. So this race we're doing it a little bit different because I decided that we're going to trial collisions off. So let's see how this goes, and I did message everyone after the race asking what they preferred, collisions on or off, and I'll let you know the verdict at the end of the video. So, not too bad start for me, but a gun into the first corner, MO007's Heskey gamer tag was a little bit in the way, so I backed off into the first corner and then started going again. And the leading group starting to get away already, but I was up to 6th, and just trying to latch onto the back of these guys, which I managed to get a good exit out. And then there was Pistol there in 5th, and then I was just trying to do my best to cling onto him as Pistol goes wide, to try to get underneath him but get a little bit wide myself. A few people on the grass as we go into slippery corner, getting a little bit too hot, go a bit wide. I think I'll cut it back. So still in 6th place at this time. Feeling pretty good. Someone went really wide, loads of people went really wide. And they're catching up to our Morland 99. He's gone really wide and dragged me in with him. I go behind. CA Specialized comes past. Managed to get the position back. At the final corner, and that was the lap of the end of the first lap is what I'm trying to say. Can't speak for shit. So half a second up to Morland now. See, especially like goes wide, someone else goes really wide. Someone crashed at the side there. Still 6th place at this time. Still 0.6 of a second up to Morland. Trying to get in a good rhythm. Trying not to do what I usually do and crash. .7 of a second now. So they're slowly pulling away. He goes a little bit wide. So I try my best to fire it out, but it doesn't quite work. Then he crashed, our Morland crashed, and I move up to 5th place. Which I was pretty happy about because that's the highest I've been in quite a while now. 1.7 up to I Dylan now. Just trying to keep it nice and smooth as we come round to start lap 3. At this point I had to start worrying about behind me as well. Just trying to look at the splits just to make sure I got enough room behind me. Morland crashed again. 1.8 up to I Dylan. A little bit too wide. Managed to cut it back. Rear trying to kick me off. .3 now, so the gap has increased quite a bit. It looked like 5th was going to be as high as I could get for this particular race. Gap behind me 1.6 seconds over CA Specialized. And that gap was pretty consistent. Managed to hold that gap for a couple of laps. We come to end lap 3 in 5th place. 2.6 seconds behind Dylan in 4th. So on lap 6 now. Coming up to the quick chicane. Disaster for me. As I flick over to the right, the rear loses grip completely. And down I go. Past comes CA Specialized and our Moorland 99 who was catching them. And now it looked like I was going to be down in 7th place yet again. Annoyed with myself because I went in a bit too hot into that corner and the rear went. It's a bit of a weird crash, but very annoying. So now I just had to see if I could close the gap on CA Specialized. Our Moorland had overtaken him and was starting to close me down. So now I was seeing if I could close them down. It was down to 0.8. And I was thinking, oh, I might be able to get back up to him pretty quick. Good thing about collisions off is if you make a mistake, it's 100% your own fault. Obviously you got no one else being able to take you out, so that's a good thing. So you just concentrate on your own race and yeah, you just don't have to worry about anyone else knocking you off and spoiling your race. So it's still 0.8. Now we're going to have a look at N-Jerk and Pistol having a bit of a battle in 3rd and 2nd place. We are with N-Jerk at the moment, just behind Pistol. As Pistol just set the fastest lap of the race. Started lap 8. This is a really close battle that's pretty much been going on the whole race. And would go on for the whole of the remainder race. N-Jerk getting slightly better drive out that corner. And the leader, One Racer, is just up ahead as well. Not much between all three of them. They come up to the open chicane. Pistol goes a little bit wide and loses a bit of drive on the curb. And N-Jerk is right on his tail again. Taking wide sweeping lines. As we come around to start lap 9. In this battle, still nothing between them. A little bit of a cut there, but nothing major. This goes a little bit wide again. For that corner you can square off and get a decent drive out. A little bit of a wheelie from N-Jerk. One Racer still only just there. Almost half a second. Pistol's got on N-Jerk, but this corner seems to favour N-Jerk slightly as he closes up. A little bit of a cut there from Pistol, but nothing major. Over half a second now. So we come up to the final corner for the penultimate time. Looks like Pistol's closing up to the back. Well, both of them in fact are closing up to one racer slightly. And as we start the last lap, we're going to switch over to one racer. Two behind him not really making too much of an inroads. Gap's then pretty consistent. 1.4 seconds, around about the 1.5 second mark. So you can see a crash there for Morland 99. We'll check back at that in a bit. Very smooth is one racer. 1.3 is the gap. It's only come down about a tenth. And just the last quarter of the lap to go. And the gap. Well, it's not going to tell us what the gap is, but there's only one more corner left. And it looks like one racer is going to take victory. A little battle behind with Njak and Pistol. So let's have a look, see what happened with them two on the final lap. Back with Njak. Still right with Pistol. And clinging right onto the back of him. Pistol goes a little bit wide again, but does cut it back. And Jack gets a pretty decent blast at the corner as well. Then we're coming up to the corner, which Njak seems to really like, and really strong on the brakes. It closes right up to the back. And into the chicane for the final time. Goes a little bit too deep into the first one, which balls us up the drive out of the second one. Does get some good lines around the last few corners, and then it's the final corner where it all happened. Dived up the inside, but Pistol managed to cut back. And that was who could get the better drive. It was Pistol, but he did have a penalty. So back with me for the final lap, and you did see our Moorline crash, and there's his first one. I'm still in 7th at this point, but he cuts the chicane again and crashes, which puts him down into 7th place now, and me up to 6th. And the gap to CA Specialized is 3.2, so really big gap at the moment. But annoyingly, as with everything, it does start to come down a bit. Obviously too little, too late. 2.8. A little bit too wide there, as I did brake on the curb, which didn't help. 2.4. So it's come down just under a second in 2 sectors. But it didn't matter because it just wasn't enough. And that is it. The end of the race. Sees me in second. Not second, sorry. 6th. Which is my best result for a little while. But personally, I enjoyed it more with collisions off because you haven't got to worry about anyone taking you out or anything. So these are the final standings. One racer won. Enjet came second because, like I said, Pistol did have a penalty which relegated him to 3rd. Dylan, good ride from him in 4th. CA Specialised, as we saw, I was closing in just under a second on the last lap. But he also had a penalty, so it was only a 1.4 second gap over the line. Armorland in 7th with a penalty as well. Emil Heskey came home in 8th. 9th was SDB Biker and 10th. Unfortunately, a disconnect for Surfing Kid, but still going to give him 10th place as it wasn't his fault. So that is that. Let's go have a look at the championship. So leading is still Dylan, who now has 73 points. Pistol has moved up to 2nd with 66 points. Joint 3rd now is CA Specialised and One Racer, both 65 points. Armola 99 is in 4th with 64 points. And I am 5th with 59 points. So pretty close still. 6th is Enjet with 52 points. Emil 007 Heskey is in 7th with 45 points. SDB Biker is 8th with 34 points. Magic Milk and Surfing Kid 18 are joint 9th with 22 points each. Dobby Dazzler is in 10th with 11 points. Then second page, Brandy Scales 11th with 13 points. GSXR Matt with 9. Lukey B67 and 13th with 8. 14th is Toynho with a single race, 7 points. And Dudman of 1989 is joint 14th with him, also with 7th. And Samurai is 15th with 4 points. So that is the end of the race, and the results are in for collisions on versus collisions off, and with 7 votes to 3, it was in favour of collisions off. So the rest of the season of the league will run with collisions off. I know that a few people want collisions on because they like, I don't know, they like to race elbow to elbow, which is all well and good, but with the way the game is and the collisions not being the best, it's not possible to get some fair racing because just a slight touch and you're down the road. Unfortunately, did manage to convince someone actually last week after the race when I said I was going to be trialling collisions off. Someone said that they didn't like the idea, but after racing with collisions off, really enjoyed it. I know that loads of other people in the race much prefer it off, so yeah, that's it. The rest of the races will be collisions off. And thanks to both N-Jerk and One Racer for allowing me to use their race footage in this video. So there you guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like, subscribe to my channel for more content, and I shall see you guys in the next video. See you!